Well, hey there folks. Welcome back. This is going to be Kenshi playthrough. Early access game currently available on Steam. This will be episode 3, taking up from where we left off. I do have a confession to make. I had started to do this video once before, but I ran into a little bit of a problem and had to drop out. So I'm restarting from the same save point, and we will move forward. So it's not completely a blind continuation from where I was. One of the things that I had noticed when I was doing and recording the other one before I glitched was that my skeleton member of the squad was injured, and unlike a normal NPC, the skeletons actually require a repair kit rather than simple bandages to be able to heal them. And the skeleton that's in my crew has been damaged, and it says that the damage is declining. So I'm going to have to buy a repair kit. I did go to one of the bars, and they have them available, but they're 4,000 plus cats. So I probably am going to have to go out and do some more mining today to be able to get that and keep him healthy, because even though it's kind of a pain in the butt, I don't necessarily want to lose someone that I have brought into the game. But as you can see there, his chest is damaged. When I highlight it, it says the chest needs bandaging. It's slowly getting worse. Now his stats are 169. That's probably going to last a long time before it became an issue. But it just, in good conscience, can't just ignore that. Everybody else is pretty healthy. So I'm going to set them all to follow Karshel, and we are going to go and do some more mining, which may be somewhat boring. I'm having issues here today. That's because I'm an idiot and not doing things correctly. And feel free to chip in with that comment too if you wish. Again, scanning to make sure that no obvious threats are approaching. And now that I have 3 people, or correction, I have 4 people, I probably will keep 3 mining, and 1 I will run back and forth carrying full loads of ore. I don't know, since nothing has jumped me while I have been down here, that might be a safe route to go. Maybe I am making an unsafe assumption, but I think that I'm going to try that, and we'll see what happens. Now, looking at the strength of the skeleton, he is higher up. So I think that I'm going to have him running back and forth. His stats are higher than anybody else's are. And I think going up with that is only going to be for the good. And that way, when he does have the funds, he can actually go and buy his own repair kit and take care of that. Now, because of the tedium involved in mining, I am going to speed things up a little bit and still just keep an eye out. I don't remember if I mentioned it before, but in gameplay, if you do see something happening that you need to pay attention to, the pause key is simply hitting the space bar. Or, of course, you can come click on this. But for me, it is far easier to just suddenly hit the space bar and freeze everything to be able to maintain, to be able to recover fast enough with what's happening to have time to plan a response or a reaction. I seem to be having trouble talking today too. Sorry, folks. Don't think I had enough coffee this morning. I've been trying to kind of cut back on caffeine a little bit. I've noticed that blood pressure goes way up. Okay, we got bandits over there, but they're far enough away that that should not be a problem. But of course did that just by hitting the space bar so I could actually see what they were. And it looks like they just went back down to the camps, so that's not a big issue. Where that could become an issue is if I run the mech back into town, the rest of these guys are going to be out here alone. They potentially could be jumped, so when I do that, I think I probably will turn the game speed down. I don't know that I need to, but being new to squad-based and not knowing what potentially could jump them out here, just in the interest of being safer. Okay, my mech is like massively overloaded. So we'll run him to town, so to speak. Well, if nothing else, he'll be getting a strength upgrade. I am unsure if I said this before, but if you want to center the camera on a particular player or a member of your squad, all you do is double click on them. So for Karshel, he is now the focus. That's where the camera is. For the mech, or for mech, it would be just a matter of double clicking on him. So you can jump back and forth. Yeah, his strength is going up. Slowly but slowly. Actually, not all that slow. I'm sure it'll get much worse the higher his level gets. Still not seeing anything down by the mining crew. We'll let them keep right on working. Okay, what do we got down here? More hungry bandits. I'm concerned. I'm quite concerned. I'm very concerned. Okay, I might be okay. We're going to have to come back to that. And I can see both. It looks like the bandits are going and continuing. So I'm going to get cocky and not worry about them for a sec. Okay, so that load was almost 1,000. And I need 4,500 for that. I'm good with that. I don't know if there's a way to have a default squad configuration. It would sure be nice to have a button that I could just push and have everybody automatically return to, like an auto follow or something along those lines. Just going back down to the mining node. And I'm going to rinse and repeat until I can do this and have enough to buy a repair kit. I don't know if there are different grades of repair kits. I bet there probably are, but I so far haven't run across that. And mech again is ooh. We've got some kind of fight going on down there. Okay, so what do we got? Dust bandits, dust boss, hungry bandits. So the hungry bandits wandered into the dust bandit camp. And I think basically got their butts handed to them. And I'm good with that. I do not know anything as far as the spawn times on creatures or groups. There have been occasions I've seen a message come across the bottom of the screen that Wolf Den so-and-so has been wiped out. I don't know if that is permanently erased or if that will then come back at a later time. I see a moving light over here. My guess is that there's another group of something wandering around. Hopefully nothing that's going to bother me. As long as it doesn't come this direction, I guess I'm going to assume that I'm doing okay. Got another group of escaped slaves down here. I don't think that they will bother me. I'm not going to worry about that even if they start coming my direction. Since only one of my characters is currently carrying any weight, I know at least 3 can outrun them. Or I believe 3 could outrun them. I don't know if I'm going blind or not, but I don't see them anymore. And that's not a good thing. I know I kicked the speed up a little bit, but certainly not to full speed. I wouldn't have think they would have disappeared that quick. Oh, wait. Nope, I don't see him. Interesting. I wonder if they're down in here. Huh. Come on, baby. My apologies. I do have occasional tendency to let the soundtrack that's in my head come out. I will freely admit that at this point in my life I have a very unpracticed voice, so it's not necessarily something anyone else wants to hear. I will try to keep a check on that, but no guarantees. I do tend to not sweat the small stuff that much. Okay, another small group of hungry bandits up there along the tree line. Or the ridge line, I guess is a better way to say that. Got a total of 6 of them, it looks like. Their stats are not very good. So potentially I might even actually be able to beat them, but if I can get away without, that's what I would prefer. Okay, boys. Keep mining. Now, I don't know if they would have a tendency to jump Mech because he is solitary. I guess we're going to find out. I can't necessarily run to the guards or run to the bar because of my weight, but he might be tough enough to actually get there. I'm hoping he is anyway. Where'd the bandits go? Oh, there they are. Okay. Hopefully they'll just go right back out of town. Yeah, it looks like they did. Okay, and the game auto pauses. Nope, there it unpaused. Can I sell while it's paused? I can. Okay, that's good to know. $39. And again, I'm trying to get to 45. Roughly 100 per, so next trip up I should be okay with that. So yeah, I don't know if they would aggro on me or not. And I don't know if they're going to aggro on my miners or not. Boy, when that one took off running for a second, I was concerned. Okay, that's a new message for me. Cool. That's good to know. So they will let me know when a mining node has been mined as deeply as it can. And I could, of course, put it in one of the other people's inventories. But I think that I am content simply to put it back on mech. And now now start the other ones remining again because they stopped. Cool, good. So now that I've figured out a semi-safe way to do this, money is going to become less of an issue. Although I will freely admit, sitting at a mining node is not necessarily the most riveting gameplay. But you have to start somewhere. And I think that this will enable me to get my characters more survivably geared, allow me to build up my strength a bit, although I probably should let others start carrying, and in general make myself a little bit more survivable as a party. You can tell I'm still getting used to the movement. It's still pretty rough. Not at all like the games I'm used to playing, which are, for years, have primarily been things like Civilization and MMOs. I've spent quite a bit of time in No Man's Sky as well. For a while I actually was doing a couple of videos on that, but on a permadeath run, I wasn't playing it straight, and I actually restored my save a couple of times because there is a programming bug that when you occasionally get out of your vehicle, instead of just getting out of the vehicle and standing next to it like I believe was fully intended, you suddenly would run across a collision of some type in the code, and it would throw you halfway across the frickin' world. There were a couple of times where on extremely hostile worlds, I jumped out of the vehicle and ended up 15 minutes away. And it's like, okay, this is just complete bull. There's a new patch that is coming out. I believe it's supposed to be on July 24th. At that point, I may start an additional walkthrough on No Man's Sky, probably a permadeath run. At this point, my old permadeath is still going, and I have had a few minor vehicle collisions and world throws, tosses, whatever you want to call them, but not to the point where it's killed me. But still, instead of playing it straight through and with no problems, when it does that, I just restore from the prior save. And for a playthrough, I don't think that that's the right way to do that. So I may start it. Hopefully they have fixed that. Hopefully when the new patch goes in, that will not be an issue. You know, I'm currently looking at just under 1,200 hours in No Man's Sky, so I do spend a fair amount of time there. Okay, who is he yelling at? I don't see who they might be yelling at, and they don't look like they're running toward me. That's the bandit leader. Bandits, their stats suck. They're almost as bad as I am. So, let's see where they go. They're coming to me. Okay. I'm not pleased. And I'm going to end this video here. I had to split it. I didn't realize how long it was getting. The actual combat will take place on the next video. I appreciate you joining me. If you enjoy the narrative and the gameplay, please hit like, and I would appreciate it if you'd subscribe as well.